Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Bell's Brewery out of Kalamazoo and or Comstock, Michigan. They changed I think the big breweries in Comstock, the tap rooms in Kalamazoo where they originally started brewing. So sometimes they say Kalamazoo, sometimes Comstock. I don't know, but anyways, this beer, as you can see, is called Sparkle Berry. It is a Belgian triple with raspberries. It's 9% ABV. So I think this is a one-off beer. I don't know if they're gonna make this again or not. So that's kind of the only reason I got it. And I always like to get new Bell's beers because I love their stuff. So let's crack it open and see what we got. So it pours a slightly cloudy, it's actually a really nice color, dark pink. I mean, it really is pink. It's like dark pink to, it looks more red in the camera there, but to me it's dark pink to purple almost, or deep dark ruby red, with a very small white head that as you could see, dissipated very quickly. The aroma is really big, fresh raspberries. It's definitely not artificial at all. I'm intrigued by this. There's really not too much Belgian character, really. So, let's see. I was also curious about this because, I mean, Belgium just doesn't generally do Belgian styles very often. I think one or two of the Planet series were Belgian beers, and then there's Hell Hath No Fury, which is they call a double or double, however you want to pronounce it. But in my opinion, it's really not. It's basically a stout. I mean, when you pour it, it's almost black. And it's it's a delicious beer. I love that beer. But it is not a Belgian double, so I mean I can't think of anything that they make consistently that's a Belgian style, so damn. So, sorry, I'm getting a million texts that are coming over that. But I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. To me, it's kind of like a more fruit forward, less Belgian-y raspberry version of Mad Elf. Because the aroma is straight raspberries. The beginning of the taste, you do get that triple, you do get that estery, yeasty Belgian character, and you definitely get the alcohol. I mean, it's not punch you in the face, but you can tell it's a big beer. But then the finish is like all straight raspberries. I like. I like this way better than I was expecting. And if it had like a little bit of a tartness to it, I think it would be a lot better. It's not overly sweet by any means. It's actually pretty balanced, but you know, Belgian beers in general are a little sweet, so like the raspberry's not really taken over the top, which is good. But I think if it just had a little bit of tartness, it would be like just make it that much better. I mean, the more I drink of it, it is getting a little syrupy. But to me, it's not like syrupy, like fake fruit syrupy. It's like the beer itself, like the Belgian beer, is syrupy, and there's just a lot of raspberry behind it. So I honestly can't think of any occasion where like I would want to drink a lot of this because raspberry is not my favorite fruit either, and Belgian triples are not my favorite beer. If I'm gonna drink something that's this strong, I would rather drink like a double IPA or an imperial stout or a barley wine. Um, but for what it's supposed to be, I think it's very very well done. So I'm gonna have to say I would buy this again if I wanted this kind of beer for any reason. I would definitely buy this again. It's actually pretty tasty. I no problem finishing the 16-ounce can. I would not want a whole case or probably even a whole 6 pack. But for what it is, again, they distribute everywhere. You know, everyone knows that. So I don't know if they're making this again. So if you're curious about it, I would recommend at least going out and trying it. It's good enough to try. It's not cloyingly sweet. It's not super boozy either, which is pretty crazy. Like 9%, you would figure you would get more heft. Like I just drank the cherry stout reserve, and this has less alcohol character than that does. Um, so yeah, this actually isn't bad. I have to admit, it's not bad at all. So I would probably buy this again if I wanted something like this. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got on this guy. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.